If you're into ninja games, you probably know on cell phones, they're actually some of the most addictive games compared to any other. So with that said, no further ado, today we're gonna be looking at some of the best action, sim, RPG, open world, whatever, ninja games you can pick up and play for free in 2022 on your Android and iOS devices as well. Let's just go. At number 1, well, I believe most of you have already heard or at least got a glimpse of this one before, but just in case, Shadow Fight 3 over here is sitting on the Play Store for over 5 years now, and it is literally the most downloaded ninja or fighting game ever since. Now, this is an offline game, it could be played online, it looks great, plays great, it's got literally no ads. It's quite difficult though, but not impossible. Game even has a story mode, it is very well made, has a great support team, and sometimes the AIs in this game actually do fight harder than real players. Check it out, this is what it's all about. Coming up behind that, and actually from a year even prior, we've got here Ninja Turtles Legends. Guys, this is an RPG idle style turn-based game, but an action-oriented one to some extent, and a very well made game, one with a decent leveling system and a pretty good graphic too. The game actually even has a pretty nice story. I would go so far to call this even the best TMNT game if I haven't had hands on the recent Shredder's Revenge. Game's totally free, it's pretty easy to get the hang of things, got great music, and it's got a very good review history as well.
Press Sensei. Fight your way across 7 environments, from New York City to Dimension X. Gentlemen, let's save the world. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Legend.
At number 3, we have over here Ninja Ryuko, I believe, an action stealth-based hack and slasher with RPG elements, technically an offline, I like to think pretty mind-blowing game with such graphics and such small size. It's got some ads, they could be annoying, but you could just pay 99 cents and the game is literally ad-free. Really good gameplay, pretty interesting storyline, and this game has been downloaded over 5 million times ever since last year. Moving on, we've got ninja games fighting kung fu. If you're looking for a fighting game, a 3D fighting game with all the Mortal Kombat vibes to it, I would say there's probably no reason to look any further than this. It is definitely the closest thing to Mortal Kombat. It's a very nice game with a good replay value to it. The controller support is on a whole other level if you like to play the game with a controller, good graphics, and a decent pool of characters to choose from. The game could be played offline all the way. If not, you get a bit of ads, and honestly, I don't understand why people are even complaining about this game. At number 5, we've got Sword Arts Online, or SOA Unleash Blading. Guys, this is a turn-based role-playing game and one with a very heavy emphasis on story. Now, replay value-wise, the game has some fully voiced cutscenes and a very well-developed story for a mobile game. Technically, you don't see such a thing, but the game is sitting on the Play Store with the perfect 5 out of 5 review score. It is actually by the old Bandai Namco team. I would say if you're a fan of old anime-style turn-based RPGs with some decent action to go through, this is the perfect game for you. Coming up behind that, we have Super Stickman Dragon Warriors. Guys, literally this is the best Stickman fighter game of probably all time. A 10 out of 10 first Stickman for me personally. I've seen zero faults in the game so far. It is sitting on the Play Store with a 4.9, technically 5 out of 5 review score, and it is playable all the way offline. I don't get it. This game's free. It's got smooth graphics and good storyline, lots of unique different characters with a decent graphic, and the in-game sounds are just on a whole other level. Check it out.
Play now.
At number 7 by 707 Interactive. And this has technically been around since 2 years ago, came out around the same time right now. Well, so far downloaded over 10 million times, and it is sitting there with a very good review score as well. We've got here the old Ninja's Creed 3D shooting, single-handedly one of the most realistic mobile games, let alone sniping shooting games, and technically what happens when you mix that sort of formula with something like Overwatchy thing. Well, technically the typical bow and arrow sort of shooting. Guys, take a look. This game's got a ton of content, it is free, it runs smooth, and it's got a 4.5 review score as well. Now, once again, and this is actually sitting on the App Store though, with a perfect 5 out of 5, and although a tad less on the Google Play, we've got something here called Ronin: The Last Samurai by Krafton, which is technically a console game developer, but in this case, a AAA mobile game creator. This is, for those of you new, a roguelike action RPG with this ink and wash painting style aesthetic, and a lot reminiscent of Sekiro, console game with the touch of variety in everything. The game is absolutely incredible. It's one of the best games on the mobile devices, regardless of the genre, and it is also free. Once again, I don't get it. At number 9, we've got Takashi Ninja Warrior Samurai. Guys, I would say this is an honorable mention because technically the game is still a bit jumpy when it comes to the actual controls, but for an offline game, I gotta say, there ain't nothing I would change about this game myself except the controls. It's got a legitimate graphic, lots of challenges and free content to go through, literally zero ads. The game is even less than 100 megabytes for a lengthy campaign if I've ever seen one, and honestly it's a decent game all along the way. Check it out, just in case you missed it. Another game I would like to say with tons of violence and blood and action would be Ninja Arashi. Actually 1 and 2, both of these games are some of the best platformers I've ever had hands on, with fighting and strategy game elements. The sequel here though, Ninja Arashi 2 specifically, is actually a lot better than the first game, not just graphically but specifically gameplay and story-wise. I will say this is the perfect hack and slasher, but depends on the taste. Just give it a try and see if it is good for you as well. And with the number 10 out of the way, guys, I will go ahead and call it a day. There's 10 more Ninja games with no commentary from here on out. Take a really good look. I'm pretty sure you will find at least 5 of those games pretty decent. Trust me. I really hope you enjoyed, guys. Do make sure to leave a like if you did, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care, y'all.
バンダイナムコ